Hey guys, what's up? I'm Clappy 1984 and today we're going to be taking a look at Crysis 3 and all you need to know about the game. We're going to cover all the aspects, we're not going to leave a single stone unturned. We're going to talk about everything from game modes to weapon management, weapon customization and those things that are unique to Crysis, such as nanosuit management. We're also going to cover some negatives in the game. We won't want to leave them out, as this video hopefully can help people that are sat on the fence and still undecided whether they want to purchase the game. Hopefully this video will be able to make you have a sort of clearer judgment on it. So Crysis 3 is a fast-paced, action-packed first-person shooter. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at with its stunning graphics. The gameplay itself seems to implement elements from other AAA titles, but mould them into their own unique Crysis way. It seems to have elements from Halo, from COD, from Battlefield 3, and even PlanetSide 2. The people that developed this game have put a lot of work into finding the elements from all first-person shooters that people really enjoyed and tried to mould it into a game that would draw the masses from every game, every title. There is almost no divide. For instance, what I mean by this, a lot of people get divided over games such as Call of Duty and Battlefield, where with this it implements elements from all of them so everyone can find the common ground and a thing about the game that they enjoy. The user interface on Crysis 3 is absolutely fantastic. It couldn't make it any more easier for you to navigate yourself through the menus and understand everything you're doing. Everything's nice and basic in there for you to see visually. Nothing's confusing like some other titles that have been released in the last, say, 6 months. Everything's nice and easy to pick up straight away. So if you're not familiar with the Crysis series, you will be able to pick this game up, dive straight in, and pretty much get a grasp of what you're doing from the moment you start playing. So as far as I'm concerned, one of the most important things about a first-person shooter is game modes. A first-person shooter is as good as the game modes in it itself. Crysis 3 comes with what you could class as some generic game modes. It has its own version of free-for-all, team deathmatch, capture the flag, and there's a game mode called Spear, which is pretty much domination from any Call of Duty title or conquest from Battlefield 3. So obviously these are what I call generic game modes, is because they are in different versions, different names and different forms on other first-person shooter games that pretty much everyone will be familiar with. So no matter what title you're coming from when you come to play Crysis 3, you will understand most of the game modes, and the ones that are unique to Crysis are very well explained during your loading process into the game, so it won't take long to pick up whatsoever. So the weapon customization in this game is absolutely fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, it's on par with anything from Black Ops 2 to Battlefield 3. You've got everything from laser sights to different scopes, even a hologram that can pop out from your underbarrel and deceive the enemy. You've got foregrips, you've got match barrels, you've got barrels that reduce the vertical recoil, as well as camos, everything. You could name it for a weapon and they've got it covered. Obviously this is a lot of fun and a lot of people really enjoy the customization of weapons, and just bringing it up to the sort of modern level customization just makes this game even more fun. You've always got something you're aiming for, something you want to unlock, an attachment, or just something you want to do with a weapon, so your time never tires or you don't get bored of using repetitive weapons, because you're always switching it up and trying to unlock different things. The maps are designed very well in my opinion. Not only are they gorgeous to look at, but the development team have done a very good job of making their maps that sort of force people into a lot of epic battles, as well as catering for every playstyle's needs. What I mean by this is if you're the sort of person that likes to put your cloak on, get your predator bow out and sneak around, hide in bushes or in high spots picking off people, then there is places for you to do that in these maps, but they tend to be away from high traffic areas. So the people that do like to PTFO and really sort of play the objective hard, then you're not going to be sort of as annoyed by the person that's just sat somewhere for 20 minutes in the hope of getting one kill, because these areas aren't going to be around the areas you're going to be playing most of your time on the map. I do think they've got a very good balance with the map size. They seem to be just the perfect size for the amount of players in the game. I do have one gripe with the maps, and I think they lack a bit of colour. The other maps are all a lot darker than this, but apart from that, that is a very minor gripe. They all play absolutely fantastic, and there are some very interesting parts of the map, especially when you've got two teams spawning from other sides. When it comes to playing on an objective game and you meet in the middle, there are some absolutely epic standoffs that just get your blood pumping. It's awesome. So the steepest learning curve you will come across in Crysis 3 is nanosuit management. It's the one thing that will take you the longest to get used to, and it also separates the good players from the awesome players. So your nanosuit does everything from give you your armour to your cloaking device. If you are a complete noob at the game and you've got no experience with Crysis at all, then there is a module, which for most people who play first person shooters will know a module is a perk. There is a perk called Auto Armour that will basically, as it says, put your armour on auto, so every time you get shot your armour turns on. This is absolutely brilliant for people that are new to the game and are having a bit of a rough ride. Just makes their transitional period a little bit better. But within the first few hours you're going to start to get the hang of the suit. You'll be using it before you know it without even thinking about it. It will literally become second nature. Crysis 3 does have quite a steep learning curve, but the reality is once you get down your nanosuit, once you know how to use it properly and correctly, you'll be hopping in and out of epic battles, taking out multiple enemies and manage to escape completely unharmed. So before we wrap this video up, guys, I want to talk to you about some negatives. Obviously we covered a lot of good things about this game and I've said a hell of a lot of it and I've really endorsed it, but there are negatives to this game and things that I do find incredibly irritating and things that I honestly hope EA are planning to sort in the future, or my interest in this game may start to wane rather quicker than I would like it. So the first one and the one that bugs me the most is weapon balancing. This was a bit of an issue during the beta and it's something that they may have fixed with some of the other rifles, the assault rifles, but shotguns, as far as I'm concerned, are still a massive problem. The ability to one-shot someone that's wearing a fully armoured suit seems a bit silly when you can put 60 rounds of assault rifle bullets into someone and they only fall down dead on the last couple. The balance there just seems a little bit off and it is slightly irritating. The melee kill is something else that I find overpowered. Just to walk up to someone, bash them on the head and they fall down dead is severely irritating, especially when you're on a nice long streak. It's just one of them things. You could say obviously, well, I let him get far too close to me, it's my own fault. You know, I can see both sides of the story. That aside though, guys, just a few balancing issues and you can honestly not fault this game. It plays absolutely fantastic and the issues that it does have is nothing that can't be fixed with a simple patch. EA are very good at listening to the community and they're also very good at supporting their games. So I do expect to see a patch in the near future that is going to balance this game incredible and just make it even better and more fun than it is at the moment. So guys, if you have been undecided whether you wanted to buy Crysis 3 or not, if I was you I'd take advantage of the offer at the moment of 30% off the game and go out and buy an absolutely fantastic title. While the other games are starting to get old a little bit and die off, this one's going to be here or thereabouts for the rest of the year as far as I'm concerned. It's going to take some beating. If a first person shooter comes out and wipes the floor of this game, wow, that is some fantastic game that we're going to be looking at. Anyway guys, thanks for listening. I hope you found this video useful. I'm Clappy1984. Don't forget to check me out. Fantastic talking to you guys. Cheers. I'm out.
That was never going to be a day to remember.